Hello everybody, this week a lot of revelation on the new deployment that is coming soon. What is going to be inside this deployment, you will know only if you follow the news. Also, there are some interesting questions, ask me anything with interesting explanation of how things work in SimFly. Don't miss it, see you soon, ciao. Hello everybody and welcome to SimFly News. This is Roberto Capodieci. I am SimFly spokesperson and I'm here to bring you weekly news about SimFly. So let's get started. You know that we're working very hard on this new big release and finally next week we're going to announce the date of the release of the new deploy. What this new deploy includes, oh my god, there is so much inside, it's such a huge thing. There is the airplane rental mission. The airplane rental mission is something amazing. Now, when you fly in SimFly, you go from airport A to airport B, you collect your PAX, you can use your airplane. But in the airplane rental mission, you will be able to go and get and use from a departure-specific airport somebody else's airplane. What it means when somebody uses somebody else's airplane or when somebody else uses your airplane that you put for rent means that you still have the income of the PAX that you usually do when you fly with your airplane. So your airplane is producing PAX and also experience point as if you were flying with it, but it's somebody else that fly with it. And this other person get extra PAX for flying your airplane. So it's a win-win. So what you're gonna do? You're gonna have two accounts in SimFly and you start flying with your own airplane of the other account. In this way, you're gonna get extra experience point and extra experience points, correct. The airplane gets his own experience point, but you're gonna get extra PAX because one account get the PAX for the airplane that is being used, and the other account get the PAX for using somebody airplane that is for rent. You like it? I think this is an amazing kind of mission. I'm curious to see how people is gonna start interacting. I want to see beautiful, positive, happy discussion in Discord, where people start offering each other to use each other airplane, to please bring my airplane in this airport, and so on and so forth. What else we are introducing with this deploy? You're going to have the possibility to give a percentage of the PAX that you earn when somebody lands in your airport to the license of the pilot that is landing. Why I'm saying these things? Because as you know, they're sets. So the user ultimately collect the PAX, can spend them and can use them. But the PAX that the user collect come either from the license, from the airplane or from the airport. So if a user has 3 licenses, you can see how much PAX one license has generated and how much another has generated. So if you're using one particular license, when you land in an airport where the owner of the airport decided to give a part of his reward and share it with the pilot that lands there, then it goes to the license that has been used to land in the airport. So if you own airports, you can incentivize other users to say, hey, come to my airport. If you come to my airport, I'm gonna share a certain percentage of the income, the PAX that I make with you. So, sometimes I always say it's better to have a little percentage of a big amount than have 100% of nothing, right? So maybe you can renounce some of the PAX that you make when people land in your airport, but you're gonna have much more traffic if your airport is more inviting for others to come and land there. So this is an amazing, cool thing, okay? And we, thanks to suggestion of the users actually, we are applying this also to the airplane because we have the airplane rental. And pay attention, airplane rental is the first mission and the most dedicated to airplane rentals. But the possibility to rent airplanes is going to be applied to many other missions, okay? So also this, you can choose a percentage of the PAX that your airplane earned by flying. If somebody else is using your airplane, you can share a little bit of your airplane income with them as well. So in this case, in the airplane rental mission, the person that rents your airplane makes some extra PAX because he's renting somebody else's airplane, and this stays with him. But the PAX that supposedly go to the owner of the airplane can be split between the owner of the airplane and the license of the pilot that is flying this airplane. So if you have a small float of airplanes and you want them to be used by many people, then there you go. You can share a good percentage of the PAX the flying the airplane generates and share this with the pilot and the license of the pilot that is flying your airplane. At the same time, if you don't have any airplane and you want to rent an airplane, you will be able to see like a list of the top airplanes that are parked in the specific airport you want to leave from. So as soon as you put where you're leaving from, the list of the airplane available for rental in the airport appears. And if there is one that you have selected in your sim, it's going to be selected. And you see how much percentage of the PAX the airplane earn is going to go to you. And this is another cool thing. Then, the landing page of SimFly. When you go to simfly.io, we have this world map with a lot of information, airports, all the people flying, where they are. First of all, I am very excited because more and more yellow airplanes, and the yellow airplanes are those of SimFly users. And, in the past was a little bit, empty. And now it's getting more and more full. This is fantastic. It's important to know that anybody can use a SimFly even just to track their flights. Don't have to go into all the things of purchasing things, etc., etc. Do just, test pilot, or if they have a license, the unrestricted mission, just keep SimFly on, start the mission, and all the flight that you do as if you had another tracker. But we have pretty cool graph, and soon we are integrating artificial intelligence to do the analysis of your flight. So all the data point collected, all the data we collect from the sim are going to be sent to a model that is being trained, is going to be trained with all the previous flight done in SimFly. And there is going to be a report that is customized on the user with all the observation that maybe our system is not able to see yet. So it is pretty cool. And so the map, I was saying, is going to get a remake. It's going to look a little bit different, and there are some functions, some button on around that you can is something that I love is this button start flight, because it makes it directly understand you are here and you start flying. And it's like pretty much something that brings you to the mission that you can do. But slowly we're getting to something that is more sexy, more beautiful and easy to use, intuitive, step by step, guys, because, we're doing a lot of work. We have a lot of work in front of us to do. There is also something important that we're going to change: the ground operation of airplanes. Ground operation of airplanes is changing for a simple reason. At the moment, as soon as you do a flight, then your airplane is stuck for a long time there. And with airplane rental, because unfortunately, between all the users we have, there are some users that are a little bit unhappy with life and like to just insult, do things like that. And we expect this kind of user to just do things such as take somebody airplane, fly for just 10 minutes, land, and then this person airplane is going to be stuck down forever. And this is not something that is in the spirit of SimFly. So the ground operation of airplane is going to be based on the length of the flight. So if you do fly for 12 hours, there is a ground operation that matches the flight of 12 hours. But if you fly for only 10 minutes, there is a very short ground operation time. This would avoid the people use this just to make troubles to others, okay? And also is more correct, because if somebody just does a very small flight, he should be able to fly again very fast. Again, to reduce the amount of time for ground operation, you just need to increase the level of your airplane. So higher the category and higher the level inside the category, you will have shorter and shorter ground operation times independently of these new rules, okay? So this is something that is important to know. So more you fly, more you rent your airplane, more experience points you collect, more you have the possibility to upgrade your airplane to a higher level and to have more income in terms of PAX and less ground operation times. Obviously, this applies with airport. More you grow your airport, more amount of rounds that people can do you have, and so on, and with the license timers as well. So this is the rules of SimFly apply everywhere. But in the logic of the ground operation of airplane, these are the changes you're gonna see. And now that you have reached this point in the video, there is something I want you to do. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share it with your friends, okay? You can also find us in other social media like Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, TikTok, and also in X, which used to be Twitter. Follow us in all the social media, because doing this we grow the community, and with a stronger community you will be able to enjoy a better SimFly experience. Subscribe to the channel, like the video at least, and share it with your friend, okay? Now, where I was? Oh yes, other things that come with this new deploy. I think it's crazy, so many things. Premium membership. Guys, there is the premium membership. We're gonna make a video that explain all the detail of the premium membership, but just to give you some hints. Premium membership is not gonna make you, directly increase the amount of PAX you earn when you fly. At least at the moment, this is the intention, not to make a difference there, but is going to give you access to more things compared to the normal user. For example, in milestone flight, there is going to be milestone flight that can be accessed only by premium members. And there are three levels of premium members. Now we're going to start with 1 or 2, I'm not sure. But some of those milestone flight that may have a very high level or reward of PAX and experience point can only be accessed by premium members. Other things are, for example, how much you can share in the percentage of your airport and your airplane with people that come and land to your airport or rent your airplane. Normal user have a small percentage. Premium member can share a higher percentage, which means that the airport and the airplane are going to be used more than others. So at the end, the premium member can make more PAX and can speed up his career, but not because for the exact same flight they're making more PAX, but simply because the opportunity that there are to make more PAX are more and more. And last but not least of the things that with the new deploy are going to be brought to you, finally, the new version of the client where there should be better management of the landing rate, and also in Explain and Prepare 3D, there was a small crash of compatibility issue, and those should be fixed. So we're doing tests at the moment, but this is going to come with the new deploy or slightly before, and you're gonna see the correct date of deployment we're going to be given to you next week. After this big deploy has been completed, and we are really looking for it, because usually we give you news every week with something, little things that comes up, but in fact there are a lot of connecting things that if one is not done, the other one will not be done, etc., etc. That's why we end up having this huge quantity of items that are going to be deployed together. Once the deploy is done and everything is working okay, we're going to focus 100% on the marketplace for users and conceptually also the fiat wallet, because once you sell your PAX, your aiming a lot of PAX, and you sell them to other users, you want to cash in and have a PayPal transfer to you of the money that you realized. So we have the marketplace for user, the fiat wallet, and also we're working on a server that sends notifications. So let's say you want to know when somebody is landing in your airport, you want to know when some particular things happen, and you can get a daily notification email with all your statistics, how much PAX, experience point, or your set have. If in the marketplace somebody want to buy something that you're selling, or did buy something that you're selling, you get the notification, and so on and so forth. So this notification system comes also with API. What is API? For those that do not know about coding, the API are a system where other software can make a request to a website and get an answer structured to be understood by other software. It's like you as a human go to a web page and read some information, maybe after putting a query. The API are this so that another application can ask the information and get a reply. So slowly, SimFly should have a full API set for people to be able to implement other application around it. And there is already a user that is something amazing. I can't wait to be able to show it to you, because I believe this is something you all want to have. And this shows the opportunity that SimFly want to create for the community. More about this one of the next week's video. We're going also to implement new missions, but we go, one step at a time. Now we have the airplane rental mission, then we do all this user marketplace, and then slowly we're going to implement new mission. It's going to be easier to implement new missions because the biggest quantity of difficulty were on the unrestricted flight and now on the airplane rental, because we introduce a lot of new functionalities which can be then used again in new missions, okay? So this is what we're gonna do mainly in the next coming months, so that you know. And now let's go to the very empty Ask Me Anything section of the website. And here we are in the Ask Me Anything section of SimFly. We have only 2 questions this week, okay? The first question has been asked in Italian language by Simon X6, the 8th of March 2025, has 2 votes. Let me try to translate in real time what he's saying. He says, why the Antarctic territory doesn't have bases? I know that there are many airports, and me, that I'm Italian, I know there are 2 Italian bases, the Mario Zucchelli and Base Concordia, respectively with ICAO codes AT13, AT04, AQBC, AT03. Beside the Italian bases, there are other bases of other nationality already present, it says, on the flight simulator, and there are many that are named with the ICAO codes NZFX, NZWI, SAYB, AT07. Sorry if I don't do the airplane spelling, I don't know it, okay? What I saw, I don't know if there are other, but they're missing from SimFly. Well, between all the ICAO that he mentioned, 2 are there. So I know there are airport in the territory of Antarctic, but surely there are not many. And the reason, I remember when we were creating the big database of all the airport, there are no satellite images that make justice to those airplane strips. So either some were just, question marks, is many times there is a new imagery from a different satellite company, and we are going to look again into this. But if yourself have good images that we can use, we will be very, very delighted to add this airport if they're present in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, 2024, explain, prepare 3D, whatever, at least in one has to be, we're gonna add them to the database, and so they're gonna be available for purchase in SimFly. Okay, I hope this explains why not many bases are there in Antarctica. It's all white. It's impossible to recognize a landing strip. Thank you very much for your question, Simon X6. I hope this answered it. Question number 2. This being asked by Dadius Maximus, whose name reminds me of the Monty Python. Hello, Dadius Maximus. It's being asked 10th of March 2025 and has 1 vote. And this question says, can you tell us more about how the hub system is going to work? Are the increased compensation for rental pilots that move our aircraft closer to the hub? Or does that apply to owners too? Well, first of all, I have to say, how did you discover this? I appreciate that you go through the wiki and also discover things that we're writing in the wiki, but is not yet implemented or even announced in the deployment that we are going to do. It's a future implementation, and you made a very cool discovery. It's only written in some hidden part of the wiki. So kudos to you, Dadus Maximus, for this discovery. And for your question, that is very intelligent and makes a lot of sense, but at the moment we cannot really say much because, it's not yet implemented. But when is the right moment? We're going to explain everything in details, maybe also with a dedicated video. Sure, it's going to be part of the tutorial videos, but also in the Ask Me Anything. For this reason, we are not going to archive your question. For everybody that maybe I heard people say, oh, they deleted my question from the Ask Me Anything. We don't delete. Once we answer some question, not all the questions are answered in the video in the weekend. Some questions are answered just there in the Ask Me Anything. So if your question was there in the list and then it's no more there, but doesn't appear in the video in the weekend, means that has been put inside the answered question. So you go search for it inside the answered question, maybe you got an answer over there. For this reason, what I'm trying to say to Dadius Maximus, your question will not be answered. It's going to remain in the Ask Me Anything section. And as soon as we publish all the explanation about this hub system, then we're going to attach the answer to your question and it's going to be replied in the Ask Me Anything, because Ask Me Anything should be made of a question and answer. But at the moment, we cannot give an answer, okay? And this is all. 2 questions only, Ask Me Anything. Maybe users don't have much question, but I hope with the video today and the things that I said, there are more questions coming up. I'm happy to clarify them next week. Thank you for following the video until now. I know many of you love short videos. I'm trying to learn to speak faster, but even for me speaking slow, a lot of people have hard time to understand me, okay? I'm Italian, what I cannot do, I have a little bit of an accent. I apologize, okay? But thank you for bearing with me, with my accent, with my bad English. Thank you for watching the video. Please subscribe to social media. Please tell your friend about SimFly. And tell them, SimFly, take off and get more.